I realize I don't really trust myself. Just got the shower. And what I truthfully mean when I say that is it's interesting because I always equated, I always equated self-esteem, self-confidence with self-trust. Until recently, I'm very confident in myself. I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. Like, I know what's going on. Like, I know exactly who I am. I know what I bring. I know my value. And I've never doubted that. I feel like I've always been confident in my looks. I've always been confident in my talent. I'm very intelligent. I've achieved so much. So I've always been so aware of myself, so confident, high self esteem, right? But self esteem is not self trust. It's so funny because this just became a thought for me. Like, yeah, I believe I can do anything I set my mind to. Yeah, I believe I'm beautiful, I'm intelligent, I've got it all. I know what I bring. Like, never been jealous of another, never wanted anybody else's life. Never really been a crazy fanatic fan of anybody like that. Because it's like anything I believe I want, I know that I can have. That's how much confidence has been instilled in me. But do I trust the decisions that I make? Do I trust myself to choose a wrong decision and still know that it'll be all right? Do I believe that my thoughts and my choices are okay enough for me to not overthink and overanalyze and overplan and actually execute, right? I'm realizing my issue with consistency, my issue with commitment, my issue with not following through is not so much that I'm lazy or I don't have the desires, I don't have the dreams, it's that I don't trust myself. I know that I can do it, but do I trust myself to do what I need to do it? Don't let that go over your head. I feel like it's confusing when I say it, right? But what I mean by this is essentially, I know that I can do. I know who I am. I know that I'm confident in the way that I look. I'm confident in the way I present. I'm confident in my intelligence. I'm confident in what I can do and what I can achieve, right? But I'm not so confident in the process. Like me, I'm just realizing how doubtful I am, right? Chat GPT comes around. I'm asking Chat GPT for confirmation about everything, right? And this is not to say that confirming facts or getting a second opinion is bad. But if you need that second opinion and that second validation in order to actually trust what you feel, trust what you think, trust what you believe, I don't believe that you trust yourself, right? You're not essentially believing your thoughts. You're not believing your plans. You're not believing your ideas, right? And it sounds like, oh, I don't believe in myself or I'm not confident but I am confident, right? People do have a self-esteem about themselves. They are confident. They know what they've achieved. They are confident in the way that they look. They know that they can achieve, right? But does that stop the doubt and the anxiety in the process? Does that stop you holding yourself back or questioning your decisions? It doesn't stop it, right? Self-confidence and self-esteem are completely separate from self-trust. You can have such a high self-confidence and self-esteem and still not trust yourself, still doubt the decisions that you make, right? And like, it gagged me when I realized, because I'm like, I can literally be like, oh, I want some Jamaican food. Right after I ordered it, I'm doubting, like, damn, do I actually want that? Is there something else that I want? Right? I can make a decision like, hey, I want to go here. But then on the way there, I'm like, damn, maybe I don't want it. And it comes down to, I'm very indecisive naturally, right? I'm very indecisive, but it makes me question, am I indecisive, or do I just not trust myself? Do I just not trust my gut? Do I just not trust my intuition? Right? And when you don't trust your thoughts and your ideas enough to solidify them, how can you act? How can you move? How can you stay consistent with anything? How can you be and become and really tap into the highest and best version of you when you don't trust yourself to do it? You know that you can do it. You acknowledge it, right? But do you trust yourself to do it? You know? And this is absolutely not about not ever needing anybody for like a second opinion, not ever wanting validation or confirmation from anybody else, because that's not true, right? It really is not true. However, I read something where it was like, you know, self-trust is more so about, keeping promises to yourself. Every time you tell yourself that you're going to do something and you don't do it, your trust of yourself, your brain tells you like, hey, yeah, we're probably not going to follow through. Your trust of yourself wanes. And when I looked at the perspective, I was like, yo, that's crazy, because it's like, if you think about consistency like that, a lack of trust and commitment to yourself, a lack of keeping promises to yourself, is you gonna lock in or what, bitch? Like, are you ready to lock in or what? It's so funny because it's really the concept of like, if you say you're gonna do it, right? It's the concept of following your first thought, because oftentimes your first thought is your gut, it's your intuition, it's your innate self, right? And then we get to doubting ourselves and coming up with second alternatives. It's like, and then for me personally, I know I'll overthink myself into nothingness, right? I'll plan, I'll overthink this option. Like, I'm someone who can look at so many different perspectives, pull all the threads out to analyze everything in order to understand better. But eventually that tires you out, right? And then you come to a point where you're not following through on what you said you were going to do. You're not keeping promises to yourself, right? And this, of course, this is not all the time, right? Your first thought is not always going to be your best thought, or sometimes you need a little confirmation. Sometimes you need a little further analyzing and thinking. Like, a lot of you need a lot of thinking. But the point of this is to trust your gut. Stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting your thoughts. Stop doubting your decisions, right? You can have so much confidence in yourself, what you present, how you look, how you dress, all of it. But stop doubting your decisions, because your decisions and your actions are what is going to drive you to become the best version of you. If you get so caught up in the thought process, analyzing, procrastinating, overthinking, is this right, being scared to make a wrong decision, then you're never going to make a decision. If you understand what I'm saying, how can you be consistent? How can you commit to yourself when you keep falling through on promises that you make yourself? Right? Like, I'm literally coming to this conclusion. I'm like, commitment and consistency is a matter of keeping the promises that you made to yourself. You told yourself, this is what I want to do, so do it. Why are you not doing it? I'm someone who truly believes there's nothing in this world that you can't achieve. But you have to tap into you, you have to commit to you, and you have to trust yourself. You have to commit and trust that you can do, all right? Don't just believe it, trust it. Hello? I definitely just wanted to lay down, but I want to leave with some final remarks. I'll be looking like that because it's dark. I want to leave with some final remarks. Like, it's really the concept of, like, everything you need is inside you, right? You are a god or goddess, and it looms within you. Everything you need is inside you, right? So there's no reason that you shouldn't be keeping promises to yourself. There's no reason why you shouldn't trust your gut or trust your intuition. There's no reason why you shouldn't follow through, right? If you don't tap into who you are, it's a choice, because all that you are is all that is. You understand? So I'm trying to lock in, guys. I'm trying to lock in.